knitting nerds, welcome to another chaotic update. If you're here for the reading part, I am so sorry. Everything I've read will be in other vlogs or have been in other vlogs, so I have nothing to share reading wise. However, for all the readers, you will be filled with videos in October. Don't you worry. If you're here for the knitting and crocheting, this is your episode. We're gonna talk about 2 finished sweaters, 2 new cast-ons, and some acquisitions. The first sweater I have finished is the obviously obvious one I'm wearing. This is the Danica sweater. It's designed by Tinderbox, and I made this with upcycled alpaca blend by Hobbii. This is 100% upcycled materials, and it consists out of 34 acrylic, 33 alpaca, and 33% wool. I really wanted to try to see if I could wear acrylic if it's in a blend, and also a bit more premium acrylic. This is all I've left. It's like 3/4 of a ball together. I love this sweater. I love the coal. This is a fitted sweater. I love the length. It's right here on the hips. I love the folded edges. I love it. The only thing is this upcycled alpaca. It is a bit itchy now. However, there is a big side note to that. The swatch I blocked, fully wet blocked, is very soft. The outside feels softer after steam blocking. The inside, not that much. I think I either did steam blocking wrong, or I didn't penetrate both of the layers enough. I did switch the sweater, but it didn't go to inside what I can feel. So I'm very curious to see what happens if I turn the sweater inside out and steam block it again. If it's then soft enough to wear or not. I am not sure. I still want to try it. However, today's a cold day. I finally got a long sleeve turtleneck for underneath, so I can wear my sweater. I have been wanting to wear my sweater from the day I finished it, so we're doing it. And you know, after that, it's getting hotter again. So when that happens, I will steam block it again from the inside, and I'll let you know what happens then. But overall, very, very happy, very cozy sweater. The pattern is very well written. I like the way she instructs you to do stuff. It is very, very easy. Very, very clear. It just helped my first crochet. I love her crochet patterns. That's the thing. The other finished sweater is this one. This is my favorite adventure sweater from Dragon Horde. This is made with tree bark from Atelier at Wolbeest. This colorway is now sold out. However, she has a very similar one right now in store. It's absolutely gorgeous, so I would snag them up while you can. I'm very happy with it. The brown is throughout and on the edging. That is Cool for Socks by Lanark. This sweater did not take as much wool as I expected. I did change a bit. So normally the main color will be the collar, the borders everywhere, right? Around the sleeves and the neck, everywhere. And then you hold that throughout with the contrast color. However, this is my contrast color. So I used the contrast color for all the edges and hold throughout with my main color, which is the hand-dyed yarn. That being said, my contrast color, which used more than I would in the original pattern, needed 1 ball of yarn, of sock yarn. The main color in this way, which needed a bit less than it would normally in the pattern, only used 2 hand-dyed skeins. So I have left both. I both left. I don't know the exact yardage right now. It will be on my Ravelry page. That is linked down below. So if you want to know the exact grams I used, go check it there. I love this sweater. It feels soft. It feels cozy. The only reason I'm not wearing this one right now is because I wet blocked this, which was great. And I just laid flat to dry. It measured exactly what I wanted when I wore it, so I didn't have to stretch it. However, I had the smart idea to dry it outside in the shade. And I think that has been too hot for this sweater because it now shrunken. So my sleeves don't fit anymore. It is a bit too short. So I think I have to wet block this again and then actually stretch it out to the measurements again. Which can be done, but I wanted to show you first, so I have saved it until I was able to film again. I have said it before in the last vlog, but since you're crocheters or knitters and you might not be interested in reading, I will say it again. The nerve had a bit of a down, a lot of a down, and I couldn't do anything again. Right now, it looks like I'm getting stable again, but this is the third time I'm thinking I get stable. So I'm not making any promises here because every time I say I think I can upload regularly now, it goes down again and I can't fulfill that promise. So I'm just uploading when I can. No schedule, no anything. And also I am filming a lot for spooky season next month. And I really want to go all out there. So the times I can film are now mostly spent for October. Most of my projects that I'm working on are for those October videos. However, we have 2 new customs, and let's start with the frog projects first. I was making another crochet scarf. This is a hobbii pattern. This is also the one I made with the Halloween yarn, and I loved it. However, now I know that my favorite adventure sweater only takes 1 ball and 2 of the main color that I use as a main color. I have another red ball from the same dyer that fits. I can make a sweater with these. This is now a little bit too little because I used it on the scarf and I used it rose, so can't take that back. But I think I might hold it with this and do it interchangeable, as well as doing this interchangeable. And I think that should be enough. And I'm really excited about that prospect. So I frogged whatever I could from that scarf to save my yarn for another sweater. The favorite adventure sweater is a great pattern. It was very clear, very easy. It's my first knitted sweater. And it takes way less yarn than I expected. So that is definitely a sweater you can incorporate your hand-dyed yarns in, but also it is made for advent stuff or scraps, because in her photo there are actually different colors and there's one main color to tie them all in. I love the idea. It's great. Now on to the 2 new castles. Both are crochet, because the nerve was being an ass, and crocheting is less tense for me than knitting. I knit more tense than I knit crochet. Than I crochet. So I really wanted it to be crocheting. First of all, when I finished this sweater, I wanted to wear it immediately. I did not have a long sleeve turtleneck. I was not able at that time to go to a store and get one because the clothing stores are a bit further. So I immediately cast on a new one. And then I remembered I needed a cord quite immediately. Went to the knit store because that is 10 minutes away. My husband drove me. Found out the knit store was closed again on a day they should have been open. There was nothing on their Facebook. And that happened before. So I was a bit dumb with it. So I have decided to order strings on Temu. I got pink, black, purple, and brown. So I now have quite enough string. However, they were not as thick as this one, which was a bit disappointing. So I didn't continue with it. And I couldn't decide if I wanted the pink or the black. And I think it has a reason. Because last week when I got a bit better, I tried driving to Germany to see if I could drive for 15 minutes. I could. But then like you're not driving and then go back immediately in a normal situation as well. So I went to some shops there. And then I found more cord. And this is actually the thick kind. So I found it in pink and beige. And that's perfect. This is what we're going to use. So I can now continue the sweater. I am making this with, both things are off. It's Winter Glow by Hobbii. I will link it down below. It's so nice. It is a thick and thin yarn. Sometimes it's bigger than other times, which is my first. It's half wool, half acrylic, I guess. I'll link it down below. You can check it out if you want to. I don't have the text in here, which bothers me a bit, to be honest with you. I'll look for them afterwards, but they're probably downstairs. I also, when you ordered on Temu, you had to get to 20 euros. The cords obviously didn't get there, but that was the only ones I could find cords. They are saying 5 millimeters, and this should be supposed 6. That is not 5 then. However, that were the only cords I could find in colors and stuff that I wanted. So I ordered there, but I had to get to 20. So I also ordered this project bag. It has a zipper pocket. Pockets for your hooks. Just a plain pocket. And then pockets, as you can see, 4 hooks. Every side has an eye, so if you're doing color work, it doesn't get tangled. It has a zipper to close it off, and inside, as you can see, you can fit 2 winter glows, which is basically a sweater quantity. And then it has 2 pockets on either side. It's a great bag. I love it. I am curious to see what happens when the sweater gets bigger, if it still fits in there, because it is a tiny bit smaller than my other sweater project bag. I hope it fits, because I like that it is a bit smaller. This is very easy to take with me. Like, we're ready to go. Let's go. I can go and still, crochet my sweater. Because that project was then also stuck, I started a new sweater. I really, really wanted to make the zippered sweater by Rebecca Clow. However, that is knit. But I love the look. This is the sweater I want. But I really, really wanted to crochet. I searched for crochet patterns and I could only find one that was anything alike. This is it. It did have the ribbing in the body. I did not like the sleeves. They're granny stitch. I don't want them open. I just want everything ripped like the Rebecca Clow sweater. I did buy the pattern because I was like, yeah, I can easily adjust the sleeves, right? Fine. However, I do not like how this pattern is written. You have to open a separate document for the stitch counts, which is just a hassle. I don't want a hassle. I did not get how she writes her instructions. I didn't get it. It isn't as clear to me. And the setup, they used just a normal chain, which looked flimsy, didn't look straight, it didn't look good. So ripped it out, decided to go for a foundation chain, which, you know, all tinderbox patterns have, and I love that. That worked. Then my yarn really wasn't well fitted with the pattern, and I would get it way too long, and I have tried to calculate if I could use another size, and I could, but then I looked really well, and I was like, all right, I have already changed the bases. I am going to change the sleeve. I don't like how how you see it when, you know, the nice stuff. Like, this is a folded rim, but you also have rims, like the end things you do, right? To make it look good. There is a word for that, which I cannot think of right now. I did not like her finishings. I think that's it. You get it if I use that. I did not like her finishing, so I would change that as well. So it's like by now you're changing basically the whole sweater. So I decided to make my own. I have this vest, like a cardigan with a zipper, which is exactly what I want. A bit oversized, very nice and warm, but then in a sweater form with just a zipper here. That's all. So I'm basing my sizing on that, and I do use half crochet in back loop only because that is what I normally use if I make ribbing on crochet. So yeah, that's it. And then I could use the yarn. I wanted to use the DK yarn we're supposed to use for Rebecca clothes, but now I'm crocheting that. This is also a whole new construction to me. So far I only did top down sweaters. And this is I don't even know how this is called. The panel way, right? You need to make panels. So this is the front panel. I do think the zipper goes a bit too wide, but I can close it up as far as I need it to be. I felt like I find a way to decrease the shoulders. So this is how it's gonna look. I'm now making the back panel. I will attach those and then lay it flat to the, block it, lay it flat, because I imagine this will grow a bit to either side, because it is ribbing. Knitting ribbing grows immensely. So we'll see. And I just try to write down everything I've done. So if I ever want to make a zippered sweater, a ribbed zippered sweater again, I can do it. I love this color. This was supposed to be my Love Note sweater, but I'm not fancying that anymore. This is how far I get on the back panel. Not far, but I'm currently doing this shoulder part. And then I will measure on my cardigan how much centimeter it goes down, because it's also getting a bit of a collar. Not as much as this, but a bit. To put the collar there. This is we'll find out as we go kind of sweater. I've never made a paneled sweater before, but this is very soft. I'm very excited. This is definitely an end project knit. This is the product I want. I do enjoy figuring out how to do it. That is very exciting to me. However, panel styled cardigans or vest, I don't like that method that much. I love top down because you can fit it, you can see how it goes. And with panels, I can't see how it's gonna sit on me yet. I can't fit it. Which is annoying, but it also makes me like, this is the front. And I'm working on the back. Then that is the most of the sweater. But this does not look like a third of a sweater to me. But, it's supposed to be. So we'll see. I just it's easier for me to see the growth and really seeing it get a sweater with top down. So I definitely prefer that style. The yarn I'm using is Drops Fable Unicolor. It's color 102, aka pink. I'm not sure if it's called pink, but it's definitely pink. And then I'm holding it with one strand of alpaca. Yeah, it's 35% cotton, 25% alpaca, 30% nylon, and 10% virgin wool merino. This is so soft. This is alpaca that I have no issues with. That's why it was like, I can use the upcycled blend. But this one, I think wet blocking would do it good. However, this gauge watch stretched so much. I am not daring to do that on a sweater because it is more weight. It's gonna stretch even more. And I really had to tuck it back to get the gauge. And I don't think I can do that on a sweater. So we're only steam blocking this. But this is soft. I can hold this in my neck. It feels so cozy. I really want this sweater. It feels so cozy to me. Whereas this is not that soft. But mix it with this. It makes the softest fabric. It's so good. And I love this color. Obviously, I love pink. But this is Lanark Rosa Bella. And it's color 5 that I'm using. I would highly recommend this as your lace weight. I absolutely will look the next project what colors they have and mix it with it. This is really good. I am, not very familiar with lace weight, so I would like to try more, but this is definitely a good one. And I did bought the zipper, so this is the zipper that is going to be in it. I love that it has this and it looks so sturdy, the metal. So yeah, the plan is to make it a bit of a tough looking sportwear kind of sweater. And that idea is very compelling to me. However, let's get to acquisitions. My neighbor is an absolute gem. And she's going through a rough time right now. So she compliments my sweaters all the time. And she would love one. And honestly, she is taking care of those things. She takes care of everything in her life. Everything there is so pristine. Even if it's 20 years old. If somebody is knit worthy, it's her. So I am going to make my first gifted sweater. And it's going to be for her. She has this picture in her inspirational map. She has a map where she puts all pictures that inspire her, that she loves, stuff like that. And she had this sweater in it. I was like, I'm pretty sure I can find the pattern of that. I could not find the exact pattern. However, a Veronica's pattern looks very similar except for the color. However, the color is folded. So I think if you just don't fold it, it's going to look exactly like the sweater she wants. So I bought the recommended yarn for that, and it's Drops Air in Unicolor. This is color 51. And this is a medium thick blown yarn made of baby alpaca and merino wool. It's 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide, and 7% wool. It's soft, it's fluffy, and it's the color that looks very similar to her picture. She loves blush pink, so I gotta make her pink, right? However, I am a bit scared. This pattern turned out, I bought it, and then I found out it was very, very oversized. It is a 30 centimeters positive ease, which is insane to me. She's a very petite woman, and honestly, what is XS and S in that pattern, I would wear, because I would get 10 or 12 centimeters of positive ease, which I think is quite enough. So I actually hope I'm not on gauge for this pattern. I hope my sweater will fall out smaller, because I don't think she will like that size. And there is no smaller size in the pattern. So that's why I haven't started yet, because I'm nervous. But I have to start soon. Her birthday is at the end of November. It's either going to be her birthday gift or a Christmas gift. Whenever I finish it. At the end of November or the end of December. I did immediately also buy the recommended needle size, which is a 4mm and a 5mm. These are singulars for the sleeves. I have the Knit Pro set in around for the body. However, as we've noticed with the adventure sweater, no. I like to knit my sleeves in around on sock needles. So I bought the sock needles in the sizes. And then if I need to size down, I actually have the smaller ones already. So we should be good on that. So I bought a Swedish quantity of this, in case that wasn't clear. I did. And then I also got my sock club from August from Atelier Wolbeest. This is the bird collection. I love it. It's so pretty blue with the brown and then the light blue. And there's even a bit of gray greenish in there. I love this skein. It is one of my favorites. And this was the inspiration picture. Very, very pretty. And if I use this as a contrast color, I could make a sweater. And this is what's happening now, because I've got a lot of skeins from her that are just one skein, because it is a sock clip subscription. But some of my favorites. I just want to make it in something more than socks. And I'm thinking maybe this one. Let me... But definitely the purple with orange one is going to be a sweater. However, I now have plans for 4 more of those adventure sweaters. 5. It's 5. I'm sorry. It's 5. So we'll see how it goes. Let me reblog that one first. And then I am getting her Hocus Pocus Countdown to Halloween box in October. That will definitely be an adventure sweater, because it is made for a countdown or mini skeins. And then if I have 2 of those, we'll see how I like wearing them. I think I like them fine. They were so soft, but that's obviously the yarn. But it's like the fit. How does the fit go? Do I love it? Do I gravitate towards it a lot? Because then I can definitely knit 4 or 5 more. But if not, maybe I need to choose another pattern and just do it in the same way as this one. So we'll see. But I'm very, very much enjoying this. So this was it for today. A bit more chaotic than normal, but that's just where my head is right now. I have a lot of energy and I can finally let something out. So, you know, it's exploding everywhere. Thank you for sticking with me. Anyway, let me know what you're working on down below. I would love to know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, nerds.